The Teenage Engineering M1s, a lot of you guys have been asking about these. They are one of TE's most affordable products, so anyone who's gonna come at me with that
TE is so expensive
vibe, which yes they are, this is not the video for that because like I said, these are affordable. However, if you want, you could bring that energy to this video. I'll start by saying that this video is not sponsored by Teenage Engineering. It is, however, sponsored by DistroKid. And I'll be explaining why they are an awesome option for distributing your music to all major streaming platforms. So that will be later in this video. And also if you're on the edge of choosing a music distributor, there's a 7% discount linked in the description. Use it, it actually helps this channel a lot. So TE has their specific talking points when they market the M1s. They do work well if, let's say, you want to sample directly into your OPZ. Not gonna lie, I personally have not used these at all with the OPZ because I'm not really interested in sampling my own voice into it, at least not right now. And I also think that there's higher quality resources to sample your vocals with. That being said, the M1s go beyond just vocal sampling. They also drastically enhance performability for singer-songwriters or anyone who's interested in singing over their OPZ performances. So you're able to send live vocal effects via the OPZ over top of sequences and patterns, so like songs. About the actual content of this video, topics and chapters will be linked in the description, and they include how do the M1s sound? Obviously there's no way of me putting these headphones onto your ears and you hearing them. Earmuffs. So the next best thing, the best I could do is to give you guys a visual example, which is really interesting, so we'll look into that. What other features make them interesting? And ultimately, are they right for you? Who is Teenage Engineering marketing, or what's their target audience for the M1s? First off, what is included in this package? It's all right here in front of me. Not this, just this. So of course there's the headphones, which you're able to fold like this. Makes it a little bit more portable. They do seem relatively well built, but just like any pair of headphones, you have to be careful. They're not super solid, so just don't sit on them. There's a tiny little 1/8" hole on either side here as well. One is for the mic, which is included right here, and the other is for this cable. As you see, these are 3 different parts. They're all detachable. There's also this little tag right here. I actually got these headphones tuned for the purpose of this video. And this is a perfect segue. How do they sound? Would I reach for the M1s for a producing, mixing, recording session? No. The quality just isn't quite there. So like I said, there's no way of me actually showing you how they sound, so the next best thing is to give you a visual. And so how am I gonna do that? I'm gonna be using a software from SonarWorks. It's called Sound ID Reference. This video is not sponsored by them. This is just the best way for me to show you how they sound, and this is a software I've already been using anyways. So the goal of this software is to make these headphones, or whatever headphones you want to tune, as flat as possible. And so here's a visual of what Sound ID Reference had to do in order to flatten these headphones. It's quite drastic. So as you can see, a perfect example of why I would not recommend these for mixing purposes. Another important thing to mention is that I had these specific headphones tuned, so I actually had to send them over to SonarWorks to get them tuned physically, because these headphones did not show up in their growing database of headphones. So I did that for the purpose of this video, just to give you guys the clearest idea.
You're welcome.
So furthermore, it's not likely that this is gonna happen, but let's say one of you guys pick up a pair of M1s and you decide to send it over to SonarWorks. The results might not be the exact same because every single pair of headphones in existence, not just the M1s, every pair of headphones in general, they all sound different. It's like working with analog gear. And so to give you an example comparison here, I use the Sennheiser HD600s for mixing. These are my standing mixing headphones. And because these headphones are so popular, this is a model that was found in Sound ID Reference's database. So obviously much less drastic, but still quite a bit of tuning to get these things completely flat. What makes the M1s interesting? Well, apparently according to you guys, the aesthetic is quite important. This is consistent with pretty much all Teenage Engineering gear. It does well on social media because aesthetically it's on point. I've worn a few different pairs of headphones within my videos, and I got the most questions by far about the M1s, hence this video. Another point of interest is that you're able to daisy chain a few of these headphones together, so if you're with a group of friends, you could all listen to the same thing at the same time, if all of your friends also have M1s. As I'm sure you're already aware of, this is like a common theme with teenage engineering. There's a certain exclusiveness with them. I would consider them to be like the Apple of the synth world. Compatibility with their own products take a very strong priority. I mean, this could be said about most companies, synth companies, so no surprises there. And that being said, by the way, surprise, the M-1s are very compatible with the TX6. This is a great setup for any sort of live audio recording content setup. In that case, these two really do take it to the next level. I don't want to get too deep into the workflow of the TX6 because that's something I'm going to be covering again in another video. By the way, here's my first impression of the TX6. Quick edit. So I have my iPhone set up right here. I'm recording into my iPhone through the TX6. So I'm plugged into the headphone Q mix. I have my microphone plugged in. I'm getting signal through the TX6 as well. If I head back, let's say I have some other instrument plugged in as well. Like for example, let's say the OPZ. This is recording directly into my phone audio and you're also hearing me. I could narrate over top of this directly into my phone. So this is a really great tool for content creation. I don't necessarily have to record into my phone either. I could record into this mini USB stick, plop that into my computer, and then sync afterwards. So this pickup, or I guess you'd call it like, is this called a lav mic? I don't know, but anyways, this is the quality. This is what it sounds like. You guys can make what you want of that. And so the next important question is, who are these marketed towards? But before that, let's talk about today's sponsor, DistroKid. If you are an independent artist or producer, DistroKid is just the #1 choice to go with. There's a discount linked in the description of this video, which I encourage you to use.
Because, well,
it's a discount and also it really helps this channel grow. With DistroKid, it's $20 a year to release unlimited music to all major streaming platforms. And the thing that makes it amazing for independent artists and producers is just the sheer amount of promotional tools that are included with your membership. I use many of these tools on pretty much every single one of my releases. Hyperfollow is the first one that comes to mind. It's essentially a free link in bio link. And you could claim as many pages as you'd like free of charge. So let's say you release a bunch of singles, you could have a separate page for each single or whatever else. I also like to use promo cards. This is another one that I use on pretty much all of my releases. Just select the single that you'd like to promote and DistroKid will auto-generate a bunch of promo cards for you. Big selection. They're also cropped perfectly for like Instagram stories or even TikTok, like that vertical format, which is so popular these days. If you're a Twitch or aspiring Twitch streamer, DistroKid virtually makes it instant for you to become an affiliate member with Twitch, which means that you could start earning money right away. This is just a few of many free promotional tools. Again, $20 a year, unlimited music releases. So if you're looking to distribute your music, this is a no-brainer. And again, make sure you use that discount link in the description of this video. Let's get back to it. So who is Teenage Engineering's target audience with the M-1s? Well, predominantly it's anyone who owns other Teenage Engineering products. So like the diehard TE fans, the fanboys, the fangirls. I guess I fit into that category. I feel like that's always their #1 market. So, you know, OP1 users, OPZ, Pocket Operator, TX6, basically any of the products. They do have a pretty dedicated fan base. As for my take on how the M-1s would be useful outside of the TE fandom realm, I think that first and foremost, these are great streaming headphones. Aesthetic is there, which is important. You know, like let's say if you're just streaming, talking on screen. There's also the mic, which are attached to the headphones, which you talk about. This could save you a mic, so it just makes your setup easier in this case. As I mentioned, they're portable. They're versatile. They fold up like this. So I'm actually creating content for Moog Audio. It's a local synth shop. And this is the exact setup that I'm using. It just makes things so much easier. High quality instrument audio, as well as my own vocal, which is pretty decent quality as well. And by the way, you don't necessarily have to drop a ton of money on the TX6 for this sort of setup. There's other units that could do this as well. The first ones that come to mind are actually the GoPro as well as the GoPro 10. So those are both from Roland. Here's a review on the 10. Simple, minimalist, affordable, and sonically acceptable. That pretty much wraps it up, guys. If you're new to this channel, welcome. I'm actually in my new studio here. This is my first video that I'm filming in this new studio. Still a few little things that I need to change, but it's getting there. The reason why I made this video is because first and foremost, you guys seem to be really interested. Also, there wasn't really much M1 content out there, especially like a visual of how they sound. If you guys have any related comments or questions, do not hesitate to let me know in the comment section. Like and subscribe if you're into this sort of content. It really, really helps this channel, so just do it. Thanks for being here. LK out.